going to show you how to solve for the integral of square root of x cubed ln cube root of x dx. Can be rewritten as the integral of x raised to 3 halves ln x raised to 1/3 dx. So we're going to use integration by parts in order to solve this function. We have the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. So with this given, we need to set values for u and dv. We're going to let u be ln x raised to 1/3 and dv be x raised to 3 halves dx. Next thing we're going to do is to solve for du and v. To solve for the derivative of u, we have ln x raised to 1/3. That would be the derivative of x raised to 1/3, which is 1/3 x raised to 1/3 minus 1 over x raised to 1/3. Then put the x here. That would be equal to 1/3 x raised to negative 2/3 over x raised to 1/3 dx. So to simplify this further, we have negative 2/3 minus the 1/3. That would be equal to negative 3 over 3 or negative 1. So we have 1/3 x raised to negative 1 dx. So rewriting this, we would get dx over 3x. So going here, we have dv is equal to x raised to 3 halves dx. So applying the power rule, we have v is equal to x raised to 3 halves plus 1 divided by 3 halves plus 1. That's the exponent plus 1 equal to x raised to 5 halves over 5 halves. Can be rewritten as 2/5 x raised to 5 halves. So since we know that the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du, we're just going to plug in those values here. We have u ln x raised to 1/3, v 2/5 x raised to 5 halves, minus the integral of v 2/5 x raised to 5 halves and du dx over 3x. So bringing out the constant here, we have 2/5 x raised to 5 halves ln x raised to 1/3 minus bringing out constant 2/5 and 1/3. We have this. Then x raised to 5 halves dx over x. So in here, we can simplify this by the use of division. We're going to subtract the exponent 5 halves minus 1. That's 5 halves minus 1 equal to 3 halves. So we have 2/5 x raised to 5 halves ln x raised to 1/3 minus 2/15 integral of x raised to 3 halves dx. So this, in order to find the integral of this, we can see that this is similar to what we did just a while ago. So the integral for that would be 2/5 x raised to 5 halves. So here we have 2/5 x raised to 5 halves. Simplifying, we're going to multiply the constant. 2 times 2 is 4. 15 times 5 is 75. We can further simplify this expression with the use of logarithm expression rules. We have ln a raised to b is equal to b ln a. b is the exponent, that's 1/3. So we have 1/3 ln a x minus 4 over 75. Okay, copy that. Equal to, so we can see that they don't have the same exponent, and we can simplify this. We have 2/15 and 1/3. Those are constants, so we can combine them. To combine them, we have 2 times 1, 2, 5 times 3, 15. So in here, we can see that 2/15, 4 over 75, x raised to 5 halves, and x raised to 5 halves is common, so we can bring that out. But we need to set this first so they would have the same denominator. So we would multiply this by 5 over 5. That's still 1, so I don't know. That would be 10 over 75 x raised to 5 halves ln x minus 4 over 75 plus c. So we can see that the common here is 2 over 75 x raised to 5 halves. So we would factor that out. We have 2 over 75 x raised to 5 halves multiplied by what's left here is when you divide 10 over 75 by 2 over 75, we would get this. So 5 ln x minus 4 over 75 x raised to 5 halves divided by this is negative 2 plus c. So there you have it. 2 over 75 x raised to 5 halves times 5 ln x minus 2 plus c.